And welcome into What the Music. We just heard Horace Pinker and their song Call It a Day, which is the first song off the album that is out now. And we'll talk a little bit about the album in just a second. But for more information, horacepinker.com is where you can find them at. And the album is entitled Now and the Future. It's 10 tracks clocking in at just under 30 minutes. And that was the first track, which really sets the tone of the album. Can you tell me your decision to actually have that track first? Is there ever somewhat of an argument over what should go first, or was that kind of just a no-brainer?
Oh, yeah. Big argument. Brian normally beats me arm wrestling, but I've been working out a lot. So Greg and I collectively took down Brian, but really the decision went to our good friend, our producer, Dan Precision. He said, nope, you're starting with that one.
I consider albums kind of like video games where it's like the whole game. And I view EPs as kind of like an expansion pack. And I was just wondering, do you view EPs like that, or what's your take on EP versus album?
I think we view EPs like we haven't had enough time to get together and write enough songs to make a full-length record. So that's kind of the way we release EPs. The one that we put out in 22, though, was actually supposed to be a full-length record. So we were working on that pre-COVID and went into the studio, knocked out half of the record, and then COVID happened. And so that kind of put a stop to everything. And I went ahead and took those songs and just put them up on DistroKid just to store them for later use. And I forgot, and you have to put, whenever you load something to DistroKid, you have to put a release date in there. So I just put a release date like 2 years in the future and totally forgot about it. And so in spring of 22, all of a sudden our friends started pinging us going, hey, we like the new stuff. And we had no idea that we had a new record out. Released as a digital EP, and then our new record label just released it on vinyl and CD. So,
very cool, very cool. Earlier, before we were talking kind of about your guys' start, and I was always led to believe that you guys started in Arizona and then moved your way up to Chicago. But I'm just learning now that you guys are from California originally.
Well, so the original drummer and I, Billy, we were at school in Claremont, really close to you, right?
Yeah.
Kind of down the 10 or down the 210, and we didn't do too well there academically, and we were asked to take a leave of absence. So we took a leave of absence. We moved to Tempe, where Bill is from, and we did the band full time. But we had started doing shows. We brought bands like DI, Big Drill Car, Final Conflict. We brought all those bands to Claremont, and initially our college band was opening up for them. But then when we were based in Arizona, our friends were still doing shows, and we would come out to Claremont and periodically play at Pitzer College. And there were some pretty epic shows, especially one with Horace Pinker, Final Conflict, and Sam I Am. It was a perfect combo, but it was a pretty crazy show because the cops shut it down. And
well, a bunch of skinheads showed up and started picking fights.
No, the campus security. Remember?
Oh yeah,
Campus security tried to ban slam dancing, and all the fans went. I'm not kidding. Everybody lost their minds.
Yep. And then our drummer Bill got naked just to try to get everybody to laugh and calm down. And then he got pulled off stage. Was it campus security or a cop that pulled him?
It was campus security, and then there was almost a riot.
Yeah, pulled him off stage, and they were going to arrest him for public nudity. And then everybody started threatening to riot and tear the place down. So they let Bill go, and we finished the show.
But still no slam dancing.
Still no slam dancing. Yeah.
Greg, hearing recounts of the older drummer, have you any aspirations of getting naked on stage?
No. I hear those stories and I think, oh man, that was a different time. That was before my time, and I'm cool. It's great to have those. I've got those stories with my group of friends, but
naked stories.
Actually, but
naked with Kyle Kinane.
Yeah.
Honestly, that could have been it. I just can't. I'm not going to say anything because he's a public figure.
Very cool. Tell me what it was like coming into the band, Greg.
Okay, I've said this before, and it's really the best way to sum it up. Like, I had met Scott. My other band, my first band, was playing Fireside Bowl, and some mutual friends brought Scott out. We talked a little bit, and I didn't realize he was living in Chicago, and so we'd run into each other here and there, but he'd say, when are you going to join my band? And I was just kind of like, what? I'm just some guy from the suburbs. Like, you guys know people. Like, I really didn't think you were serious about it. And then when you sent me the tape that was to become Pop Culture Failure, I heard those songs and I thought, I love these songs. I love the melodic quality. I love the bass lines. I love the backing vocals. Like, I don't care who this band is. I want to play these songs and write stuff like this. And it just worked out. I mean, not immediately. There wasn't time in between, but, it eventually worked out. And now, 25 years later, I still love writing songs with these guys. Like, it's just one of the things, like, the longest relationship I've ever had, other than blood family, is with these two dudes.
And I know this has been kind of a running theme with interviews, is the longevity of your band. 30 years and still going on strong. You guys have played literally with everyone. But, as I'm looking at the timelines and everything like that, to me, it seems like the secret sauce for you guys is the breaks, those long periods of breaks. Is that just me overthinking it, or is that kind of the secret sauce in order to kind of keep this train running smoothly?
That's what my wife says about our relationship. The secret sauce is the break.
You need more breaks.
Yeah, we need more breaks.
Yeah. That's what my wife tells me too. She's like, you need to start traveling again. On tour.
I think for me, I think it's kind of I think that's probably right, but also just kind of having fun. Making sure we take our songwriting and our lyrics and the artwork and everything. We take that really, really seriously. We take the band seriously. It's not a joke band, or we don't have songs about farting. I mean, the Descendants are awesome, but at the same time, we don't take ourselves too seriously, and so I think that kind of sense of that balance is important.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the cool thing is we've talked about this before, is that we don't do this for a living anymore. We're not trying to, we're not trying to be the next big thing. And so we do things on our time and our terms. And whenever we get together and decide to write some songs and get into the studio and record it, we do it. And when we're busy with other things, we go about our lives. But it's there's no time pressure. There's no financial pressure to it. We record. We get together. We write songs we like. We go in. We pay for the recording. We get everything together and we send it out to some people. And it's crazy that labels want to put out our records still, and kids, people still want to go see us play live. Every time it happens, we're just a nice little surprise. We're like, wow, cool.
You guys right now are in Chicago. One of my favorite bands, and I'm sure you guys know them because you guys probably know everybody in Chicago, right?
We'll see. Who's your favorite band?
Oh, it's the Smoking Popes.
Oh, yeah, Josh, yep. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
And in fact, what is so crazy is that Josh is he's a pastor. So, and he actually services a church down the street. And my neighbor that lives right over there, Clyde, is a member of that church, and Josh is his pastor. And so he does performances at the church. In fact, 2 weeks ago, he got out his guitar and did a couple of songs in the church. So,
man, that's very cool. I just got into flying, and do you guys fly, or do you guys travel by bus or by car?
Well, plane and automobiles, yes.
Yeah, planes, trains, automobiles, whatever's the
exactly. Yeah.
Gotcha. I've been wanting to go out to Chicago. They just opened up this little like terminal right by my house that'll take me to LAX, and it's like $2.50. So it's like, I hate asking for rides. I hate all that other stuff. So I'm like, $2.50, let's do it. So now I'm jumping on planes. Not right now, just because everything that's going on and all that stuff. But I do plan on making it out to Chicago. You guys just played your first. I want to see, it was kind of like was it a warm up show? Because I know your tour starts very soon, and you guys just played your first show. Was that necessary? Or
yeah, that was our first show in over a year, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, that was like but it was a party. Here, Scott, I'll let Scott talk about it.
Well, we did a record release in the suburbs, and then we just played a place down or in the city called the Burlington. So we did a couple of shows, but we did a record release to coincide with my 25th wedding anniversary. So we had our good friends Leonard's Innards play with us. They played at my wedding, and we used to play with them all the time. Brian put out one of their records. They're an awesome pop punk band from Chicago. Used to play with them at the Fireside and all that. So that was really fun. We put a lot of things together. We even recorded a new video too, and that should be out soon.
Yeah, speaking of the video, what's going on with the video?
You trying to take over the interview again?
No, I was about to get into that, because I did log on to your YouTube account just to see if there were any new videos. And it's such an interesting aspect, your YouTube account, because it spans anywhere between videos that were released like 3 years ago to 18 years ago. What a time capsule that is. Do you guys go back and look at those videos in remembrance, or is it cringy for you guys? And when are you releasing that new video?
So my son, my 10-year-old son, is all about the videos. So he's big into YouTube, and he's discovered punk rock this past year, and has become a huge Horace Pinker fan. And not because of me or anything I did. I don't push that on my children. And but yeah, so he's all about our old videos. It kind of makes me cringe, but it's cool to have it out there. Some of them are funny and good. So he was watching the one when we were in Singapore. Greg and Scott and I we toured Southeast Asia in 2010, and we were in Singapore, and we shot a video of us eating durian on the sidewalk. And Ford was asking me about what is durian the other day. So
we did a performance video. We've never done a performance video before, so we're waiting for the edits to come through any minute now. But it was really fun. We recorded it at a club called Livewire. We recorded some live footage too from the record release, and our friend from Southern California did it. So we will see. I mean, it might be on my phone right now. I don't know.
Well, grab your phone. Let's check. No, just kidding. Let's do a release right now on the show. I only have a couple more minutes left with you guys, but when you guys released this album, it was about a month ago. And are you still captivated that people are still interested? Because there's so much push right before the album, I feel, with bands. And that's another reason why I like talking to bands like a month or two after the album is released, because it gives them time to kind of go through the process, And not only that, the release, you know what I mean? That once that album is out, it's finally like, oh my God, okay, it's finally out there. But then cut to a month later and you're like, oh my God, it's finally out there. You know, that the juxtaposition that happens with that. What phase are you on with this album?
I mean, I'm still in the wow, it's out there phase. You know, I think the reception we've been getting has been amazing. We're trying to get outside of our bubble. You know, that's the thing when you release these records. You know, you have this little bubble that you're in, and you know, people that that know the band, or they're going to be more reaching out more about things. But it's cool to see people that didn't know about the band or new to the band or just haven't contacted us before reaching out. I'd say I think probably the biggest surprise is the bass player from Yellow Card has been emailing me. He really likes the album, and so we're going to go. That they're playing downstate in a couple of weeks, and we're going to go hang out with those guys, and just kind of getting reaction from people like that are not in our little bubble. You know, it's been really cool.
I haven't heard of you guys ever until just recently when I got the email and I started looking you guys up, and I'm like, wow, these guys are great. And to me, it's always funny because the bands that should be bigger than they are not, you know, but they're very to the heart, you know what I mean? And I'm sure you have fans that are all about the heart with you guys and are in it. But it's always about gaining the outsiders, you know what I mean? And is that hard for you guys, you think? Or do you think that's easier as the longevity continues?
I think it's hard. I think it's extremely difficult. So, I don't know. Greg, Scott, I think the longer we've been around, I think the harder it is to get new people into what we've been doing.
You know, one of the things that I've always disliked about the internet is the fact that you don't know who anyone is. You just know them as a screen name. But at the same time, to see the positive comments and things like that, where I'm just like, I don't know anything about this person or how long, but they took the time to post a comment and say something positive about what they're hearing. So that's a good feeling. It makes you think, cool, I'm not the only one that thinks, hey, I really like this. I'm glad we put all this time into it. It's like, other people like it too. Great.
They really like us.
Yeah. Because we all, we put our heart and soul into this. We're like, yeah, I mean, we kept the interest going long enough to actually get in the studio and put it out, which kind of goes back to the whole ups and downs of our trajectory. But it's just nice to get that anonymous feedback sometimes.
And the thing is, even if we didn't, we'd still be doing it. Yeah. So we would just release it online, and we'd be doing it for ourselves. So it's nice that there's a few people out there that appreciate.
Well, I appreciate it.
I would say for me, we're excited to go on tour. We've kind of toured up in Canada over the past few years, and we've hit Pooza Fest, and we've done some things here and there, but this is kind of it's not a months long tour, but it's a nice tour down to the Fest in Gainesville, so we're really excited to play there. See what people are saying, see some old friends, and see hundreds of other bands down there because it's crazy. Yes, I mean I'm just happy to do it, and if I can go meta on you and quote myself from 1995 or 1996, we wrote a song called Appreciation where we'd said we'd still be doing this in a million years, and apparently we are. So, but we're just happy to be doing it, playing shows and hanging out with other people that care about art, music, and having a glass of bourbon with Brian.
Yeah.
Well, guys, make sure to bring the bourbon and check them out on tour, HoracePinker.com for more information. Again, the new album out now and the future. Go check it out, buy it. And you guys are also doing vinyl, right?
Oh, yeah.
So make sure to get the vinyl. And it clocks in at under 30 minutes, which is great. It's just fast paced. You know, before you know it, you're like, oh, that's it. You know what I mean?
It's a quick read. Come on, people.
I know.
Take 30 minutes out of your day and check it out.
Less than 30 minutes. That's maybe
Less than 30 minutes.
That's a drive. You know that. Well, not here in LA, but everywhere else, it's like a quick drive. You know, to wherever you're going. So I really dug that, because sometimes bands just get too, like, it's like 55 minutes, and not that I don't appreciate it, but I'm like, holy cow, this is like an entire meal, you know, where I just need something quick, you know, and I'm out the door. But guys, again, this has been a great experience, hopefully for you guys, but for me, definitely meeting you guys. I am truly grateful and thankful for everything that you guys are doing. You know what I mean? I know that you guys have been around for a long time, and I'm sure you guys have left impressions on other bands that have only elevated them. So I would like to say thank you for that as well. So again, horacepinker.com is the website, and it's also the name of the band. So go check them out. Lastly, we are going to leave with Three Against Me. Any thoughts on this song before we head out?
My son named this song, 8 years ago? Or came up with the name. We didn't have the song, but came up with the name about 8 years ago. So, and I told him the other day that this was our first single, and he goes, "Oh, cool." He's really excited about it. He's 18 now, so he's very excited. Cool.
Just want to say thanks for having us, man. This is great.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys, and we are out of here later.